Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Let's get to our guy, Nick Underhill, New Orleans Football. Talk a little New Orleans Saints. Nicholas, how we doing today, sir?
No loss this week, so things are solid.
That's true. That's very, very true. You definitely got a dub against bye week.
Could get you on video 2 weeks in a row. Bad hair day.
I think we got to get a win. I think it's, we saved those for the wins. We saved those for the wins. And I think the Saints are actually going to get a couple here down the stretch. Before we get to the Saints, Nick, are you mad that you don't get to track planes like the college football world gets to do, like plane tracker season? Are you upset by that?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of by default in it because, one of our biggest supporters in New Orleans football is Matt Bowers, and Matt obviously is very tied in with the Ole Miss program.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot. I'm kind of living it. Like I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm highly interested in to see how this plays out. I think it'd be incredibly interesting to see how he operates at LSU. And I think Lane's kind of like a celebrity, so LSU's a little bit more of a platform. I think so. Like just kind of seeing how that marriage would work would be I think kind of awesome. I think his pettiness and, just kind of that plays into a little bit of the Louisiana type of psychology too. So, I kind of hope it happens. I think it'd be fun at least. It'd either be, it's going to be interesting. It's either going to be interesting good or it'd be a complete disaster. And either way, I'd be on the edge of my seat to see what happens next.
Nick, since you kind of got your finger on the pulse a little bit more on NFL, of course, in college, are there any rising stars in the NFL ranks that you could see as a college coach, or maybe even a head coach that you could see as a college head coach?
Yeah, like that type of. I mean, the one, and this feels like such like a lazy answer, but I mean, obviously, my first thought when this opened up is you kind of look at Joe Brady and wonder if that would be a move that he'd want to make. I don't know if he's ready to lead a program and all that stuff, but I think just so much more goes into it now that it's almost like it's just about who can raise the most money and recruit the best and play the portal the best, because the development aspect and all that stuff is just gone. I think I don't think you get people on your campus and you're coaching them up and you're building a program. It's just kind of like who can get the guys there, manage the personalities, keep the thing going, and win some games. That's why I think Lane's kind of perfect for this era of college football, because I don't think anyone, and I don't mean this as a slight, I don't think anyone would sit there and say that Lane's X's and O's he's not Will Stein, he's a good coach. He puts together a good program, but I don't think anyone thinks that he's on the forefront of anything. But I think all the other aspects and, playing the portal and kind of just being in tune with the modern way of building a program and running it, those aspects are the things that I think you got to figure out more so than even just this guy has a great scheme. I think the scheme and all that stuff is almost secondary at this point to kind of being you kind of got to be a little bit of a GM tied in with it. And I know everyone has the GM now, but you kind of got to just be building him or, getting guys out of the portal, raising money, shaking hands. You got to make people like you. You got to make people want to send in their money. I think there's just so much more to it now that it's leading the boosters is as important as having a good playbook.
Yeah, it's man, it's certainly a different time. It is certainly something that you've got to, wear a lot of different hats if you're going to be a head football coach in college football now, compared to what it used to be. At least, roster decisions and money, and you kind of do have a salary cap now. It is certainly a different game. All right, let's get to the New Orleans Saints there, Nick. And I really think like they've got a chance in these last 7 games. When you look at who they've got coming up, when you look at where the other teams are as far as their injury report, who they have available. Now, with me saying that, look, I'm a meathead. I want to win football games. And so, like, I want them to go 4-3 in the next 7 because I think they can. But if you're a Saints fan, what should you want? Like, should you want a better draft pick? Should you want some wins to create continuity with the new staff and moving forward and create some momentum? Like, where do you think most Saints fans are in these final 7 games?
Well, I think if they go 4-3, that means that it doesn't definitely mean it, but it probably means you have an answer at quarterback, and like who cares then? Draft, win every game. Like if you have the answer at quarterback, it doesn't matter. Like your biggest problem solved, and that should be kind of what you're excited about. So if you're winning 4 games and you're picking 4 games, man, like I think 4 wins right now would put you picking 10th. I think so. Like if you end up with like 6 wins at the end of the season, you're probably picking 11th or 12th, and it's kind of a cupcake schedule here going down the stretch a little bit. So it would definitely be possible to win 4 and maybe be where the Falcons were at the end of last season, where you think Penix is the guy, but it turns out like maybe you didn't get the pick right even before the injury. But yeah, look, I think as we hear these things out, like at the top, one, you should want them to win games because the quarterback is leading you to victories. Right. And if you feel great about that, that's awesome. I think going down a little bit, like it's worse if you win games and you're at the end of the season and you're like, man, I don't know. That would be a bad place to be. And then if the quarterback sucks, like I think you should want them to lose every game so that you have a chance of getting Mendoza. But I think if I were sitting at home watching this team and I'm conflicted over what I want to have happen, I think you absolutely want the quarterback to just play like he did last week against Carolina. And he's not going to do that every week, but you saw the ceiling. And if you keep seeing the ceiling and you see that 3, 4, 5 more times down the stretch, I think that you're in a great spot. And it shouldn't be, they sucked the whole first half of the season and they blew it and picked 7. I think if that's the case, like you should be looking at it like, oh man, they got like the quarterback at 40th and they got him 30 picks later than they probably should have. And if you're in that spot like that, that's the best place to be. Like the quarterback's everything. Like you can have Myles Garrett on your team getting 45 sacks a season and you're still losing to the Baltimore Ravens. Like, so, I mean, if you have that quarterback answer, I think it's just a lot easier to answer everything else. And if you got your quarterback at 40 and he's the guy, I think every other decision becomes so much easier. Like, you can go pay Chris Olave, whatever, and it doesn't matter because you got your quarterback and he's on the rookie deal. And I just think things start falling into place. You aren't, possibly still teetering on the edge of like, if you don't have the QB now, like what's to say that you're getting them in the next draft? Like you look at Bryce Young, he's number 1 pick. Like he ain't the answer. So if you have it in house, man, it just becomes so much easier. So I think that's what Saints fans should want is to win games because of the quarterback.
Dang, dude. Bryce
Young
threw
for 400 last game.
Easy. I think he also said if your quarterback shucks, then you get a high pick.
Yeah, you did.
I did not.
All right, let's talk about a team that doesn't have their quarterback this week, which is the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix being reported that he will be out the remainder of the season. We got Kirk Thuggins coming to town. So we were kind of talking about on the show earlier today and talking about, I don't know, man. I don't know if I think the Saints probably would have rather see Penix than Kirk Cousins, even though he's coming off of course, an Achilles injury and all that stuff. But what do you make of Kirk stepping in and leading the Falcons this week?
I'm glad you said that because I texted Triplet yesterday. I'm like, man, like, is this good for them or not?
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, I kind of just think Penix is not great. Like, he just hasn't. Like, I think he has moments. I think he obviously has great traits, but it just hasn't really come together, and their offense just kind of feels limited, and they aren't winning a lot of games. And I know, like, the exposures that the Cousins haven't been necessarily great last year. That, he looked kind of off coming back from the injury, but he's like, a full year removed from that. Coming off the bench, he didn't look great, but like maybe with a full week of prep, like maybe maybe they have a higher ceiling. Taking Drake London out, I think hurts quite a bit. But yeah, I'm with you guys. Like, I think there's definitely there's at least a reality where they're a better team with him at quarterback.
A pissed off veteran quarterback with something that he feels that he's got to prove is kind of a dangerous quarterback.
No doubt about it. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, the motivation aspect of it proves the world wrong. Yeah, Kirk being pissed off and fired up and all that stuff. Yeah, it definitely makes it a interesting matchup. And yeah, he's obviously a very capable guy. And I just think it was the health thing last year. And then, they also were just kind of doing some stuff with the scheme that I don't think necessarily fit him all the way. So maybe you have a little bit of a more cohesive vision this time. Don't have him operating out a pistol constantly, which is something that he hadn't done a lot. So yeah, possibly a scarier matchup for them with the quarterback change. There was moments early in the season where I was wondering if they were going to go back to Cousins, because I don't know, man. Like the Penix thing, just going back to the last thing, it just kind of feels like the worst spot to be in is where you get to the end and you're this could be the guy that got a lot invested in him, but don't know, and then you roll into the season and you try to cater to it, and you just kind of start throwing good money after bad, trying to make the quarterback work. And I don't know where that one's going to lead. What's that? His fourth ACL tear? Even just on that level, it just. That whole thing, I don't know what happens to the Falcons at the end of this. Obviously Terry Fontenot used to be here, GM there, did a lot of good stuff here, but that just doesn't feel like that has gone together very well. And then Penix going down like that, that's just
I think I saw somewhere it was 5 of the last 8 years of Michael Penix playing football, he has missed the end of the season with a knee injury of some sort, which is I feel terrible for the kid, but. You got a Kirk Cousins, who is still one of the top highest paid quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah. I kind of expect him to play well, and I felt crazy for thinking that, but
I do too.
Yeah, I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be good. Yeah.
Nick, what do you make of the NFC South? We've talked about the Falcons. Obviously, we talked about the Saints. You mentioned Bryce Young there, but the Panthers are half a game out right now. I mean, it's the Bucs and it's the Panthers. I mean, I don't know that I've ever really seen a team like the Panthers. It's if they play, bad teams, they're bad. If they play good teams, they're good. And they're finding a way to kind of win these games some way, somehow. They're down 2 scores at halftime and they force overtime. They win the game last week against the Falcons. What is the South? Who are the Panthers?
I'm going to be honest. When I'm watching, the league back on Mondays, I don't put on a lot of Panthers games. So I'm not totally sure what.
But they're a game out from first place, and we're only got 7 games left.
Last week watching them, I was this is the team. And you kind of see the reactions when people are oh, is Bryce Young the guy? Is he putting it together? And it's no, Bryce Young isn't the guy. He isn't putting it together. That looks terrible, but. I don't know if it's a 1-game sample or whatever, but yeah, very, very weird division. I mean, it's just kind of been like this forever, where it's just a ton of mediocrity and no one ever really breaks all the way out. You kind of waiting for it's supposed to be the Falcons, we're supposed to be the team, and then they aren't. And yeah, I don't know. It's also the wildest thing here is Penix goes down, their season's screwed. They went all in for the pass rush. They traded their pick. The Falcons might lose the division, have a top 5 pick. The Rams got that pick. The Rams might, they're a legitimate Super Bowl contender. The Rams could win the Super Bowl and pick top 5. They might. Cool. The Falcons might end up being so bad that they get the Stafford replacement with that pick, and the Falcons are going to be sitting there with Kirk Cousins and just not a long-term answer at that position. Very, very questionable decision there for them.
What do you think? I mean, of course, there's not a lot of news coming out for the Saints this past weekend, except for, I guess, Gail Benson made some headlines with her comments about Mickey Loomis. What's your take on all that?
Yeah, I mean, kind of an interesting interview overall. I was surprised she knew who Luke Fortner was. That was my biggest takeaway. I don't know. It was just kind of a surprising interview overall. The one thing that kind of stuck in my craw is that the phrase. The one thing that kind of bothered me a little bit about it was just kind of the whole I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. You could do a lot of things. There's always more you can do. As it pertains to the Saints, You know, I think just my take on the whole Mickey thing is, like, I don't think it's totally outrageous that you have the GM, you allow him to try to put together a staff after your last coach suddenly retires. They try to hold on, that blows up. It just feels to me like this is, like, okay, cool, you let him hire the second coach, fine, Sean Payton. If this doesn't work, though, like, that's got to be it. And I think that's just kind of where I'm at with it overall. You know, I thought some of the messaging there was weird. I thought the timing of it was a little bit weird too. You know, like, you're coming off a good performance by your rookie quarterback, and then, like, you do this interview during a bye week, and then it's just like everyone's just sitting with it for a whole week. And, like, you know, we're talking about it today, like it was a week ago, because there wasn't a game and the story hasn't changed, and, like, it's just sitting there. So just, like, I was surprised that she did it. You know, I will say that you know, credit to her for coming out and saying something at least, and, like, not just sitting there in silence and letting people fill in the gaps. Like, you know, it's kind of a no-win situation in that way, because, like, you can't come out and be like, you know, I hate everybody and these people all stay, like, so you know, if you're going to talk, like, you kind of got to give support of everything. But yeah, I mean, like, it just felt like, I don't know. I just don't know what to think of it. Like, I don't know what to make of any of it. Like, we're figuring out how this stuff, like, operates overall. Like, I don't know, like, how she acts, where she's going to act until you see it. You know, the firing of Willie Green, the firing of Dennis Allen shows at least that, like, they will make moves when things are bad. So it's like, I just want to see, like, the right actions where they make sense, when they make sense, and the messaging can be, you know, whatever it is. And that would be where I'm at with kind of where this is at. Like, if you get to the end of this and it doesn't work, like, I think you just objectively have to move on. Like, you don't get to do a fourth regime if the last two failed. So, you know, when that comes, when push comes to shove, like, that's what I would want to see. What she says today doesn't really, like, move the needle for me. But, you know, I felt like it was a no-win situation, and that just, like, what more can I do was just like, well, that kind of seems like a weird thing to say.
All right, there he is, our guy, Nick Underhill. New Orleans Football is the site. Go sign up. Go check him out. All the latest and greatest with the New Orleans Saints. Nicholas, we appreciate the time as always, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I don't feel like he had to come after Bryce Young like that.
I know. It's catching
Got
strays,
to for
man.
400 yards last week.
Well, we beat him last week, so,
Man.
like, let that man throw for 440.
Yeah, I got a lot of cards, man. I
Some
need his
cards,
stock to go
buddy.
up, not
Downtown.
down. Jeez. The Panthers are half game out of first place of the NFC South. So
Cool. Oh, good. Xavier Leggett really putting on team on his back.
Nah, not doing that. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gcopnet.com. That is the website for Gulf Coast Office Products, Louisiana's leading copier and printer source. If you work in a law firm, engineering firm, university, bank, hospital, you know how important documents are, right? You know that they are a lifeline of what you're trying to get done. And when you need them right then, right there. You don't need to wait. You can't wait. You can't afford to wait. And so if your machine's down, well, then you got to wait. But your machine's going to be up and running because you're always going to have somebody, a human being is going to help you out, not an answering service, not an answering machine, like an actual human being when you work with GCOP in New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, in Mandeville, in Lafayette, gcopnet.com.
Yeah, and what really sets Gulf Coast apart isn't just like the tech and the printers, it's the people. The award-winning local service team responds fast, keeps you up and running, and treats your business like it's own. Go visit them, gcopnet.com.
I'm full of this. I'm full of this. I'm full of this. I'm full of this.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Put the music up high, bad bitch up on my side. I might be geeking on that, so I'm gripping on the thighs. Flag me down, don't even try. I'm full of this.
Now you might catch me with my cutie, riding boat in that booty. One hand on the wheel, the other hand on the big stacks, big gats, next tail Motorola's.
Back in
I'm full of this.
OTB.
Motorola.
Did you have a Nextel?
I did not.
No, that's right. You had the.
I remember the noise, though.
You and I had the Windows phone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did
Right?
with the stylus.
Yeah,
Not
that
a
was
big deal.
innovative.
Not a big deal.
Back then, bud.
It had the internet on it.
A little grainy.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like when cell phones first started coming out?
It was
Snake
amazing.
was incredible in the Nokia.
You talk about Nokia phones, son.
I'm about to say, because y'all were there when there was no cellular phones.
Right.
Like, all you had was a house phone.
Kids
so
these days don't know how it was texting when you had to spell things out and type it on a regular keypad.
hit the 4 3 times to get to the.
Like, boy, these thumbs are working.
Yeah.
Remember junior high, the Razor was a big one for me.
Oh, the Motorola Razor.
Dude, if you had a Razor,
Could not hide money if you had one of those
You
puppies.
practically owned the school.
What?
You had a Razor. That was my first phone.
What was the next of the noise that made?
It was like, did it? Or something like that, wasn't it? It was like one quick little.
Everyone, quick, on the top of your head, what does it sound like?
Well, I gave you mine.
Ding. Ding. All right.
That's
Come on, Jake. Let's go.
That's a
Give me
little
one.
off my time.
Give me a sound effect. I don't know. What did it sound like? Like, I think if we heard what the next noise sounded like, it would be so nostalgic. We would like go back to West Campus Apartments.
Probably
it would transport us there.
Yeah. Blast from the past.
Mm-hmm. Drove by West Campus recently.
Oh, I drive by there.
Checked out
East and West
Checked out
Campus
the
all
outside
time,
apartment 814.
Getting to U-Hop.
I had to go see the dean of. I got in trouble. Me and old Peter Dykowski got in trouble a couple times at West Campus.
Yeah, Peter Dykowski flooded my room at West Campus from above.
We didn't get in trouble. We had to go see the dean of something or another over there.
Flooded your apartment?
Because he flooded his toilet, and it got so backed up that it leaked into my room. I wasn't there.
The dookie juice from the toilet leaked into your apartment.
Yeah, they had to come in and like just clean
my.
everything. Now, luckily, it was like during a break, so I didn't have anything.
Was it sewage water
really
or was it
in
just
there.
like
dookie juice?
It was water. It was just
water.
water.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't. Yeah.
Like, bro.
Wasn't the dookie juice, as Jordan puts it.
Yeah. I hadn't heard that before. I can't unhear that.
We got in trouble the first year, one of the years, because we put Christmas lights up during Christmas time on the balcony.
Really?
In trouble.
How dare you?
Right?
For real.
What was the?
We love the Lord. We
like
love
against
celebrating
policy?
Christmas. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you couldn't put Christmas lights on, apparently.
Couldn't have like was it one of those you couldn't have like anything on the rails?
I don't know. We got sent to the principal's office. I didn't listen, though.
So you couldn't like air dry your underwear over the rail?
Mm-hmm.
That seems un-American.
That seems un-American.
Nice.
Christmas lights, that was a weird take by LSU. Weird stance they took there.
Yeah. Most definitely.
We got in trouble again another time because we had old adult beverage bottles displayed up with a highlighter inside it with water and a highlighter in them so that it glowed. Not a big deal.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
So you can get like an old like liquor bottle and you can fill it up with water and then take the insert of a highlighter out and put it in there with water and it like glows.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
All right.
That's what the classy people do.
Some would say.
Yeah. What kind of bottle was it?
That's a lot of different ones. We didn't discriminate.
What's the one that had the gold flakes in it?
Oh, Goldschlager. That's like everybody has that one that they can't go back to because they had a bad experience.
Yeah. Jaeger, because Jaeger bombs were.
Like we were kids, young and dumb, you know. Yeah, so
Jaegers.
what? And I had like old schmears on my face.
Jaeger's diabolical. That is some of the worst I've ever had in my life. Ever.
Yeah, well, diabolical.
You get a bottle of Jaeger, comes with a free wife beater. Like it's just like those go hand in hand. Those go hand in hand.
So what'd you have to do? Like
I don't remember. I think we just had to like write a letter, an apology letter.
What? In college?
Yeah, something. Yeah, we
Who
got.
did you apologize to?
Yeah.
In order to apologize to someone,
You have to wrong somebody.
right? Like who were you apologizing?
Who'd you
to?
wrong?
The people.
I'd have to get Peter Dykowski on the phone to remember.
Oh, hey, Peter, huh? Hey,
yeah, man.
guys.
Whoa, because the
He's
Christmas
Canadian.
Yeah.
lights. Oh, those Scrooges.
Yeah, Peter was Canadian.
Still is.
Still is. Yeah.
Is he? Yeah, he did move back. Well, see, that's
Well,
not as
we
good
were
as you
talking a
think,
lot of-
because what if he became a U.S. citizen? Then, like,
Well,
he
we
technically
were.
wouldn't be Canadian.
Well, he almost said because we were talking about it. I'm like, hey, Peter, guess what, bud? You're about to become the 51st state.
I bet he hated that.
Actually, he ran for office plenty of times. I think he's still in that world. He was like one of the few people that ran as a conservative in a very, very, I think like the most like liberal area of Canada.
Oh, So he didn't win.
He actually did pretty well, though.
Okay. Shout out to Peter Dykowski. Former,
Also,
he was left tackle in 06.
Played right tackle a lot.
Right tackle?
Mm-hmm. One strong dude.
Who would have been?
I think he played both, but
I thought he played
Brian Johnson.
Because Whitworth in 04, 05. I'm just thinking my years.
He might have been left tackle then, yeah. I'll have to look it up.
All right.
He also won a game show. Smartest Canadian.
Yeah.
Game show.
Smartest Canadian.
Yeah, he was very smart. He's
Didn't he go on Jeopardy too?
He went on Jeopardy.
How'd that go?
He was immense at it. He didn't do great.
Smartest Canadian.
Yeah, Jeopardy didn't go great.
Jeopardy didn't go great. Very intelligent human.
Yeah.
Played for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, I think, for 10 years.
He did play for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Second round pick.
Yeah.
Canadian Football League.
Oh.
He's still Canadian. I found that out today.
Yep.
Yeah.
To this day.
To this day. Some are saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how we got there. Don't remember, but shout out to Peter. Oh, WCA. Yeah, that's how we got there.
Yeah, we got in trouble for putting Christmas lights up, putting highlighter in liquor bottles, and we got in trouble for something else too. We got three.
I remember. I mean, like Barrington Edwards, like his like final straw at LSU football is because he drove his scooter up the stairs.
Yeah. See, we didn't like all the stuff we did was harmless.
That actually seems hard to do.
Yeah. I guess he didn't want to leave it out in the parking lot, so he drove his scooter. He's on the third floor, so he just drove it up the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's gonna just put it in his like right by his door.
Yeah.
And they didn't like that either.
Of course.
There was like there was a rule too that you couldn't have like guests over at your place after midnight, I believe. And we got written up for that too because people were coming in and out of our door like after midnight.
Yeah.
Like
Not your
we're
fault
in
you're
college.
popular.
Yeah.
Huh?
Not your fault you're popular.
Unreal.
So it was you.
This place is a prison.
Peter, Kai Williams, and Jordan Reaver.
Yeah, one of the years
Yeah.
was. Then one of the years was Keith Zinger
Oh, shout out to Leesville.
and Cass Hunt, Jack's brother. Mm-hmm.
It's a name I hadn't thought about in a long time.
But it was me and Peter. Me and Peter were both years there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pretty fun.
See, we were just we listened to the rules. Me, Stelz, and Luke Sanders. We didn't get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Rule followers.
Y'all had snakes in your apartment.
Oh yeah, we did. Craig did.
How is that not against
And we
the
also
rule?
had we had a small alligator in the bathtub for about a week.
Yep.
What?
And then we get in trouble for Christmas lights.
All right, touche. On that point, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
If you would have had Dos Equis bottles with highlighters, maybe you don't get in
Maybe
trouble.
I don't get kicked out.
Yeah, maybe they just appreciate it.
I wouldn't disrespect that
That's
second
true.
bottle like that.
That is fair.
more
It is
Dos
going
Equis
to
back in
be a tailgating weekend. So the perfect tailgate accessory. Well, sure, tent, generator, TV. Those
Chair.
are okay.
Chair.
Yeah, sure. But the one you really need is an ice chest full of ice cold Dos Equis. I know it's November and you're probably thinking like ice cold. Yeah, because it's Louisiana. Duh.
Yeah, it's
Hot
hot.
outside still.
I have 84.
So have a good, refreshing, ice cold Dos Equis at the tailgate this weekend and go for Dos.
That's right. Lager Especial, Amber Especial. They got the lime and salt zero. All sorts of different cheladas, micheladas, whatever it is. They got a beer for your taste bud, whatever you're in the mood for. So get ready, get stocked up, get it cold, get it in the fridge, get it in the ice chest, whatever it is. Go for Dos Equis.
You now tuned in to WUTP Radio. We your hosts for the
Locked
night.
in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
I know all y'all hot girls is tuned in right now, so we're gonna send this new one out from Juvenile. It's called Rodeo.
All right, welcome back in OTB. You know we're always talking about people in Louisiana who actually get things done here on the show, and, well, that's Pala. They've been building, developing, and servicing projects across the Gulf South for over 50 years. It is real experience, real Louisiana roots. So whether it's commercial construction, industrial work, or full turnkey development. Pala is the team you call when you want the job done the right way, on time, the first time, and safely. Check them out and everything they got going on over at palagroup.com. Again, that's palagroup.com. You know what I forgot to ask for? Mailbag questions.
Jake.
It's on me. It's a rookie move by a veteran player.
A lot of talk about some legendary places to live back in college. A lot of Lake Beaupre talk in here.
I never made it to Lake Beaupre.
It was legendary.
Where was that? What was that place I lived on Nicholson? Oak something. Right there, like in between Lee and Jennifer Jean. Oak something. Don't really remember.
Oakbrook.
That might be it.
Nailed it.
I think that is it. I think it is Oakbrook.
Not a big deal.
I lived there. I lived Burbank. Those apartments that if you're going towards Lee, right there on the right.
Mm-hmm.
I never made it over to Lake Beaupre.
Yeah. Well, it was.
They got married.
It was something.
They got married in college.
Yeah.
And then we were balling on a budget, and we moved to St. Gabriel.
It was something. Some legendary parties were thrown there.
That they were.
I remember Craig Stelz walking around my house with oven mitts and holding an ice luge. There's ice luge coming. His face was just like drooling numb. It's great.
God, I'd love it.
Oven mitts, the ice luge, so good.
I'd love to see old 16 out there playing safety again.
Mm-hmm. I thought y'all came over to Lake. I remember playing ping pong with Katie.
No, we came over.
Right. Yeah.
No. We were there. We just didn't live.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't live in Lake Beaupre. Yeah. Yeah, of course, you two took ping pong way too serious. Turned into like a real ping pong match.
Play games to win, bud.
That's really where I saw T-Bob's true colors for the first time as a young freshman, Lake Beaupre.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wait a minute. How'd you make it here, freshman? How did you get in here? He found a way.
Yep.
Yeah.
T-Bob found a way.
On his recruiting trip in an arm sling, because I think he had surgery in his shoulder, or like broken collarbone, and he was with an arm sling pole dancing at Bogies.
I think he said that before.
Yep.
I think he saw. I'm about to say, if I'm not mistaken, I think I was in here when he told that story.
Yep.
I never had to really host like recruits. I guess they were like, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get too crazy. And then maybe one somebody else. That, I always tell this story, but the only time I ever was asked was by Jimbo, and it was for Tim Tebow. Like, hey, we want you to host him and do blah blah blah, and we think y'all match up or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I don't know who this guy is, but we had a big win. I forget, it was like a big SEC win. So like we were all going out. Like we were going to go to Fred's and we were going to celebrate victory. And I remember, I had him, and he wanted to go to the movies after the game.
Movies.
It was like one of those 2:30 CBS games. So
y'all were done at like 6.
Yeah, you had time to like go home, shower, get ready, go out, and like you want to go to the movies. And I was like, hey, I think I got this guy's number. Here's Luke Sanders' number, and I pawned him off on Luke, and Luke's probably like, thanks, bud. I'm like, I don't think I want to go to the movies. I think I'm going to go celebrate the victory at Fred's with our teammates. I don't think I'm going to go to the movies.
Oh, you're going to get a bucket of popcorn right now.
No.
Did Luke go to the movies with him?
I don't know what Luke ended up. Luke, if you're listening, shout out to Luke. Did you take Tim Tebow to the movies?
I was just wondering if like they shared a popcorn bucket or something.
I don't know. If I know Luke, he probably went out with us, but that was the only person I could think to pawn him off on. I'm like, hey, here's Luke's number. Call Luke. Maybe y'all can go meet up at the picture show.
I got the tickets.
Yeah.
I got the tickets.
Hey, I'll get the tickets because I got to get this recruiting money.
Yeah. I did a little bit more. I was kind of like the closer.
It was the closer. They got to call you in when we need a guy.
Call him in.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I am the reason Tebow didn't come here. I mean, would you want to go to the movies after like beating Auburn?
Nope.
At home.
Not even close. Not even close.
No.
Oh, and everybody's going out and having a good time.
That's such a strange request. Yeah, can we go to the movies?
Look
I mean, I get it. I mean, look,
for
each their
Tebow.
own. Yeah, he didn't party, didn't go out. So.
That's just a little crazy. See, I never was the star athlete to get recruited like that. Because if I wanted to be on a recruiting trip, I wanted to be just like how He Got Game was with Ray Allen, Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Yeah.
That's how I always expected it to be. Like, pull up, got the chicks. We just real talk. Like that's
okay. Everybody's is different. I don't know how yours went, who your host was, but so when I came, everybody they were off because I didn't come until December. I think we played in the state championship game, and then like since we were already down here, we drove up, and that was my official visit. So like nobody was on campus, and I'll never forget. They were like, "Hey, don't take him to New Orleans. Like whatever you do, like you can't do that. Like I can't go to New Orleans. You got this recruiting money, whatever." And I didn't know any better, and so about 15 minutes into it, the guy that was my host was like, "Hey, let's go to New Orleans." So we ended up down in New Orleans on my official visit because there was nobody.
You don't remember who it was?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Spadoni.
I do. No, but it would have been good. It would have been J-Spa. You know what? It doesn't matter. It was Doug. It was Doug Blanchard. Yeah. Shout out to Doug. And we ended up in New Orleans like 15 minutes. Like the decision was made. And so that's where we ended up, hung out there. Because like he's like, I don't want to show you LSU and nobody's here.
Right.
Like everybody's back home or whatever. And so that was where we spent our time because there wasn't a game or anything going on. So we were smart, safe. We had a driver.
Nice.
Couple
Flamin' Dr. Peppers or anything?
Probably. Yeah, probably something like that.
A little hydration. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, that was my official visit. Again, it was kind of a weird time just because that was like the only week we could really fit it in.
Mine was a little very tame. Mine, for real. It was Mock was my host.
Yeah, come on. Dr. Mock.
And again, it wasn't like it wasn't a game day or game weekend situation. We actually did go to the movies.
No. Wow. Oh, he's sitting there the whole time doing the story.
Like that. That's crazy.
I know.
He's like, Taylor, we did share a bucket of popcorn.
Yeah. I don't find these jokes funny.
Well, we also went to Bogies. I was there for like 2 nights. It was like Matt had to host me for 2 nights because it wasn't a game. So it was like there's 2 nights. You did like the dinners with the team and all that stuff.
Sullivan's where they used to take us to at the restaurant.
And we went to we had some big at the top of the building downtown. At the time, I think it was like the Chase building downtown. I don't remember what it is now, but there's a top level up there, and it had some fancy meal for us up there. Remember crab claws?
See, that's. I can only imagine how these new visits go, especially with this NIL money going around. Like I can only imagine how wicked these visits really are. And then like, how important? Because I know it's a video game, but you know, if you bring a top recruit to this game, you end up losing. It's definitely an effect. So, have you ever had to have this top recruit that you were, I guess, you shadowing or partnering, whatever you're doing, chaperoning them, and LSU ended up losing? You got to like, hey man, you know, I know we lost, but you know, we still a good team.
Dude, I don't know. I never hosted. Like Tebow was like literally the only person they ever tried to have.
Yeah.
Like they weren't dumb. Like LSU knew what they were doing. Just like all these schools, like, hey, let's put him with this guy. We know this guy's going to show him a good time.
Yeah.
I wasn't that guy.
Make sure y'all have fun. Not too much fun, but a lot of fun. The right amount of fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just be here like at La Cook for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Call me if something happens.
Call me if something.
Yeah. Here's the number. Call me if it goes down.
I love that. Call me if something happens.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll ask the bench. I see one already, so get those inside.
Or mailbag, whatever you want to call it.
Sure. Get those inside the Bayou 4 chat. We'll have as many as we can get to wrap up today's show.
Off the bench.
All right, go to Russell Pool Company. Go to russellpools.com. When you go to the website, you'll see a gallery of work there. You'll see financing options right there on the homepage as well. And the thing we always talk about with Russell Pools is, and I love they say, let's build your dream pool. That's important. Your dream pool, not somebody else's dream pool. Now, they got incredible options for you. I mean, they can do anything. And so I always encourage you, go take a look and see, hey, maybe you want something from here, something from there, and put it all together. But the thing that is going to always happen is it's going to be what your dream is. Go to russellpools.com.
Yeah, if you ever worked with like a landscape architect before, you know, they've seen everything. They know they know how to take your ideas, what you're thinking about, and make it, put it on paper, and make it truly something one of a kind, something incredible. So go to their website, russellpools.com. You can see their gallery of work, and it just gives you an idea of the quality that you're going to get when you work with Russell. We're about to start a project with them. Can't wait to get that thing started. Go visit them, russellpools.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Free the king.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raids of Kane studio. Let's go ahead and get to your questions. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Was Hester old enough to legally drink on his official visit? No, that's close.
Yeah, you were legally drinking in 8th grade, probably, bub.
I was close. I wasn't that far away. I was not that far away. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Can Flynn or Jake see my post? Yeah, Nook, we can see it.
Yeah, bro.
I hadn't been keeping up with it the last hour or so, so if you said something, I have to go back and look at it.
Ask the Bench here. Do you see Nuss and Perk getting invites to the Senior Bowl? For sure, Perk. And I would.
Yes.
With Nuss as
I
well?
think so.
I'm just trying to think of all the seniors. Like is Mendoza, are the top quarterbacks right now seniors?
Not all of them, but for the Senior Bowl now, if you are a junior and you declare for the draft, you actually can go to the Senior Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
There's always like a quarterback or two that drops out too, and so you could get somebody that obviously has a big name. And I asked Drew Fabianich about Garrett, I think last week. He's like, I mean, look, the tape is the tape this year. He goes, but NFL teams don't forget what they've seen, good or bad. He said that like in a good. He's like, so for Nussmeier, there's the good. It's like teams don't forget about that, and they'll take that into.
You certainly can't unsee what you saw last year, but you also can't unsee what you've seen this year. That's what he said. He said, but there's enough good where like they're going to evaluate him and evaluate the good as well. Well, he's certainly would be on the short list of invitees. That's just I'd have to see a list right now. I mean, of the guys, which is wild.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. If Lane takes either job, Florida or LSU, how long before he gets a natty?
I don't know.
Florida's on their way to their 3rd losing season in the last 4.
Yeah, haven't we seen this story play out with Dan Mullen at Florida?
Dan actually won a lot of games there.
I know. I agree with that. And he got fired.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. What's a decent football rip I can surprise my boys with? Haven't bought football cards in a minute.
A decent football rip. Kind of depends.
Prism's coming out.
Prism's coming out in December,
3 weeks?
December 12th or 13th, something like that. Prism's like the most high valued one, I guess.
Donruss is out right now.
We bought. Me and my son bought there. Right now, there's an advent calendar for Absolute. Absolute's like has the Kaboom cards, which all like the kids like. You go chase Kaboom chasing. They're all fun. Kind of depends on what you want out of it. You just want to rip cards and get
Halloween cards,
some cool names and some cool pictures. Halloween
cards. Not a big deal. I gave you a lot of LSU cards over the last couple of days.
Not a huge deal. I got me a Nussmeier. Got me a Van Buren.
Yep.
Got me a Whit Weeks.
Yep. There's one more.
Who else did you give me?
Trey Esgreen.
Yep. Not a big deal. Thanks for the base cards.
You're welcome.
Not even a
hashtag Ask the Bench. Is Kiffin better off calling Ole Miss's bluff so whoever hires him doesn't have to pay a buyout? You would still have to give that over. I mean, they're not going to fire him. They're just they're not going to fire him. I know they gave him a date.
Probable cause.
They're not going to do that. Ask the Bench, how do I get a value on my childhood football card binder? There's plenty of apps now where you literally just take a picture of the card.
Yep.
And it gives you the latest sales and kind of an average of what the card would be.
I will say if you're around our age, which is around 40, probably most of your cards are not worth anything.
True.
Because all those baseball cards from the mid-90s are worthless.
Wow.
Yeah, so when we were growing up, all of that from 88 to 95,
there's good basketball.
Yeah, football no though.
Really?
They mass produce baseball.
Baseball is like not at all.
They mass produce like every card, and so
so there's just too many of them.
like upper deck.
I'm sure there are some like we don't.
Very. I mean, like 10.
Didn't they call it like the wax era or something like that?
This one's for Jordan. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Any suggestions who the Pelicans should hire?
Jesus Christ himself.
How would that go?
We'll be unstoppable because at this point, I mean, you're reaching for straws, bro. Like, you don't really have anything going for you. You thought Borrego was going to give you a little bit of interim boost, but, I mean, again, you played the Warriors and the OKC, who was always BTA every time anybody OKC sees is BTA. So it's just, I don't know, man.
That is belt to ass for
how many acronyms you just give us?
You know, I didn't want to know if I could say it on the air, so
you
definitely.
You can. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely BTA.
I mean, we don't celebrate it. We don't church,
But if you ask me, you just got to roll Borrego for now, and then hopefully you can throw enough money at Mike Malone or Taylor Jenkins in the offseason and try and.
So you don't bring in somebody now. You just ride it out with the interim.
It's more about if I'm Mike Malone.
You don't have your first round. Oh my god.
If I'm Mike Malone, why am I to hop off my couch to come close to 2-12?
And look, I like Queen. I think Queen's a great player, but my god.
He's gonna be all right.
He's good. He's a good player, but like unprotected first round picks.
Oh no, the pick was terrible. Don't get me wrong, but all you had to do was throw a top 3 protector and you was fine.
We're probably pretty big like free agent destination too.
Yeah,
we got that going.
In your dreams. In your dreams.
I like New Orleans.
Me too.
We still got some seconds left.
We got 20.
Yeah, chill out, bro.
Man, what a great show.
Shut it down. Just because we talk Pelicans, I mean you got to get
great
so
show. We
there,
talked a lot about Lane Kiffin, pissed a lot of people off for no reason. Just we wanted you to think. Don't be a sheep. Just think about things. Think outside the box.
Man.
Go Tigers.
All right, we love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Go Tigers.
Off the bench.
All right, go to KTZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com, the website for K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Been doing it since 2004 in Baton Rouge, in Lafayette, on the North Shore. That contact information in the top right corner of the website there, interior and outdoor living. And sometimes it can be both at the same time when you don't even know it. That's what it was for me. It's what it will be for you as well. Have Brandon Barton and the team come out to your space because they're going to know your space, learn your space, and change your space in a matter of minutes. KTZBlinds.com.
That's right, K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Go check out their website right now. They recently renovated that thing. They shows you everything. They got a gallery of work right there. You can check financing options. You can check out their promotions. Everything, window coverings, inside, outside, whatever it is. Motorized shades on the outdoor. I can't wait to get my project started. We're talking blinds on the inside, shutters, drapes, whatever it is. Let them come in, take a look at your space, and beautify that house. KTZBlinds.com.